Season 5 of Cold War comes out later this week, and just recently we got the roadmap for the new season, and this season isn't looking as great as it sounds. Now on screen you can see the actual roadmap that we have so far for the season, and what you see at first looks pretty decent, but once you actually get into it, the new season feels more like filler content than actual content. But going from left to right though, starting off with multiplayer, it looks like a good amount of new content for us, but in reality it's just 3 new things and 4 reused content assets. The new thing that we got is a new 2v2 map, which is just another area of the Pines from Season 1, which I would consider old content, but I'll let it slide as new content because it's kind of new content, but it's just on an old map that we've seen for a couple months now. Then we also got Echelon, which from what we've seen so far, this map is similar to Dome from Modern Warfare 3, but probably will be worse. And then the last new thing is a party game mode called Double Agent, which is pretty much Among Us in COD. This new mode probably will be cool for a day or two, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it won't be anything special anymore just after a couple of days of playing, and it's just going to be another party game mode that no one really cares about, and chances are I probably won't even be touching it because honestly it doesn't sound that interesting at all because it's literally just Among Us in Call of Duty. But the rest of the content though is just reused content. Of course, we have to get our BO2 remake map out of the way because with every season of Cold War, it is mandatory to have a BO2 map at this point, and for Season 5 we have Slums. And let me tell you, there have been 5 Black Ops games so far. Slums have been featured in 4 of them. Granted, in Black Ops 3, the only way you could get it was from pre-ordering Black Ops 4 in 2018, so not too many people were playing BO3 still, but still, Slums have been in 4 Black Ops so far now. And don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with Slums, and it is a great map. And I know Treyarch wouldn't be able to make a map anywhere comparable to that now, but I much would have rather seen another BO2 map like Grind or Cove or anything else that hasn't been remastered over 2 times. But moving on, the other 2 maps we get are both remasters as well. The only difference here is that Treyarch is finally making the bold move in remastering maps from other Black Ops that aren't Black Ops 2. And honestly, BO1 map should have been the remasters to begin with in this game because it's much more in style with the Cold War than a 2025 Black Ops 2 map. But regardless, we got Drive-In and Zoo. Now, I won't lie, I barely remember Zoo at all, so it will pretty much be a new experience again, and Drive-In is just a fun map in my opinion. I really like the theme and style to it. But other than that, that is all the new maps we are getting. 3 remakes, 1 original, and chances are, if there is more than 1 original map, I probably wouldn't be too excited as well because Treyarch has shown that they're not too great at making original maps anymore, but they've also shown that they can sometimes. Prime examples of this include the Pines from Season 1. Great map, I love that map and the theme of it. Or Apocalypse. Now, while I don't like it as a casual map, it's a really fun competitive hardpoint map, so clearly they can still make good maps when there's inspiration or whatever they have going on over there, but most times the new maps are just not good. And I think the one thing I don't like about all the remasters though, is that they're just one-to-one copies. I miss back when if there was a remaster map in older CODs, the entire theme of the map would change to fit its time frame. For example, Uplink on BO2, which was Summit from Black Ops 1, got its entire theme reshaped to a jungle that's rainy instead of the snowy mountains. Or Outlaw from BO3. Standoff from Black Ops 2, but now instead of the original Standoff is now an old western town, kind of similar to Buried. And there are several more maps that also had their entire theme changed, just for their specific game to be remastered, but in Cold War and Black Ops 4, they just throw it at you. The only thing different we might see in Cold War is that a flat screen TV isn't flat anymore, it's just a big box TV instead. Overall though, with all of these remasters now, I believe that Treyarch is either putting these in to try and please the community because they know that we hate the game, or it is just filler content until COD 2021 comes out. This is especially true for Zombies. Zombies has almost no original content in it anymore, and it's rare to get anything of interesting content drops for zombie players anymore. Prime example of this is this new update, of course. With this update, we are getting a new Outbreak region, which is just collateral from last season, so congrats to the 2 people that actually enjoy Outbreak still. But don't worry, as you 2 players also get 3 more things as well. You get a new tank, which low-key sounds kinda fun, I won't lie, but you also get a new objective to do, fun, and you also get Ruin's grappling hook from Black Ops 4. But for the other 99.9% players though that prefer round-based zombies, you get a new field upgrade that will most likely be useless compared to others like Frenzy Guard or Ring of Fire. And you also get Death Perception, a reused perk from Black Ops 4 that just shows zombies through walls. We still don't have any perks like Double Tap or anything fun like PhD Slider or Widow's Wine, but don't worry, we have Tombstone and Death Perception, the most useful perks out of the entirety of zombies ever. And there's one last perk coming with this game as well, and honestly I would not be surprised if it's Who's Who. Now, I'm not asking for a new round-based zombies map here, since we did just get one. I'm just asking for fun things within round-based zombies maps, and just fun things in zombies, and not just purely Outbreak content. There is a reason games like Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1 are much more beloved among the community than Cold War, and it's because these maps are great and have a lot of content within them to do. That's the one major flaw of Cold War. Cold War Zombies is pretty much failing, and it has no reason to, because it is a really good zombies. There's just nothing in it, and there's just such a lack of content that's not even fun. Instead, just go to Black Ops 3 and older COD where you have much more to do. But getting back on the roadmap though, that's it for Cold War. Warzone gets some new things that I honestly don't care about because Warzone is currently pretty terrible right now, but once we make our way into the less important things, we get new operators that are going to be behind the paywall, including Hudson. So you can enjoy dishing out $20 for one of those skins, because rewarding people that don't have the money or don't want to spend the money is a crime in Activision's eyes. And of course, we also have a new battle pass being advertised as well that will probably be 90% trash and have like 4 cool items just like normal, and it's going to be pretty much useless unless you pay for it. But for the new guns though, they also look pretty trash in my opinion. We have the Tech 9 coming, which will probably be fun to use kind of in Cold War, but it'll probably get boring after a while, and probably be broken in Warzone for a couple days just like always, and a gun called the EM2, which is an AR that looks interesting, most likely, again, going to be broken in Warzone at launch, and finally Cold War as well. Then we also get a cane melee weapon as well, which is going to have some probably stupid annoying challenge behind it, or you can just pay for it, which means most players won't be using it unless they pick it up off the ground. And then later in the season, we also have the Marshals coming from Black Ops 3, which have been worried a little bit because I don't want them to be as OP in this game as they were in Black Ops 3. Surely Treyarch learned their lesson though. But chances are, again, there will be a pretty stupid challenge to get these Marshals, and if you don't want to do it, you can just buy in the store, which again means most people probably won't use them as well. And this is the one thing that these DLC weapons have against them. The challenges to get them are super annoying and usually are not worth going for ever. And if you really do just want them that bad, just go buy them. It's probably like $18 in the store. But I do also wish that we could get other COD weapons for DLC weapons, because clearly half this game is recycled content, so why not recycle some fan favorite DLC weapons that we can use, like the PDW from BO2 or any other gun from BO1 to BO4. DLC weapons like those that we all love and know, they would be much more rewarding to go for the challenges because we like them, other than some mediocre guns that we can honestly care less about. I'd much rather play 15 games and go through that terrible process to get a PDW than a Marshal that I'm not going to care about, which I guess is technically a Black Ops 3 gun, but you know what I'm trying to say. I want some really weird guns like an MSMC from Black Ops 2 in this game, because I don't care if it fits the time frame, I just want fun content to do in this game. But rounding it up though, we also have a Flamethrower, which in my opinion will probably be fairly annoying, but fun as well, which I'm cool with. And also there is a mid-season event, aka a Warzone event, with Cold War just kind of there. And I also mentioned the most important thing about this roadmap, new bundles. Let me tell you, those devs will not fix a single thing in Cold War and Warzone, but I can guarantee you every single Thursday there will be a new bundle in that store. But other than that though, that is the roadmap so far. I would say like 80% recycled content, 20% new content, which will probably be mid at most. And once again, I'm not mad at recycled content if that is the only good content that will be put in this game. I just want to see some good recycled content that will make the game more enjoyable than some mid content that we can care less about. And of course, this is all coming without the addition of SBMM, because trust me, once that SBMM hits, I'm probably off the game and back to League play every now and then. Of course though, I will give the new season a chance and see if it's actually half good, because I don't want any COD to be bad or any content to be bad. I just don't want to pay $60 for a game to get access to the store and get punished for playing an unfinished game that I happen to be better than most players at. And while I think this season is definitely more filler content than actual content, it still at the end looks somewhat decent regardless, despite how much I've been ripping it apart in this video. But also along with this new season as well is this thing I said in my last video, and that is there is nothing to do in this game as well. I have absolutely zero reason to play multiplayer anymore now that I have DM Ultra, because there are no new challenges or rewards to go for and get, and I get punished for being half decent at the game. And the same thing is with zombies. I have Dark Aether and I have Dark Ops Master, and there's nothing else to do. Yes, Mario Dertone is fun, but I'd much rather play better maps like Kino or Origins instead on BO3. And moving back to multiplayer, while I would just casually relax and play multiplayer just to play it and enjoy myself, the problem here is that I can't. And if I can't do that, and I have nothing to do of any worth, I have zero reason to put myself through this game. Whereas with League Play though, not only do I have challenges to go for that rewards me with actually somewhat decent rewards that's not just calling cards and stickers, I actually get blueprints, and also in League Play, that is the only mode where I will have at least a somewhat decent team that doesn't suck with SBMM, so that's why I stick with it mostly, because I swear pubs have the most insane SBMM, but they give you the most terrible teammates. But at least in League Play, you still have the SBMM, don't get me wrong, but at least your teammates can shoot back most of the times. But I'm done ranting now. Let me know what you think of this season below, and if you think you will play it, or if you have stopped playing Cold War so far. And if you are new here and made it this far, might as well subscribe for more content like this as well. But until next time, see ya.